Rhizome is a philosophical concept developed by Gilles, Deleuze and Félix Guattari in their Capitalism and Schizophrenia project. It is what Deleuze calls an image of thought, based on the botanical rhizome, that apprehends multiplicities. As a mode of knowledge and model for society, Deleuze and Guattari use the terms rhizome and rhizomatic to describe theory and research that allows for multiple, non-hierarchical entry and exit points in data representation and interpretation. In 1,000 Plateaus, they oppose it to an arborescent conception of knowledge, which works with dualist categories and binary choices. A rhizome works with planar and trans-species connections, while an arborescent model works with vertical and linear connections. Their use of the orchid and the wasp is taken from the biological concept of mutualism, in which two different species interact together to form a multiplicity. Hybridation or horizontal gene transfer would also be good illustrations. As a model for culture, the rhizome resists the organizational structure of the root tree system, which charts causality along chronological lines and looks for the original source of things and looks towards the pinnacle or conclusion of those things. A rhizome, on the other hand, is characterized by ceaselessly established connections between semiotic chains, organizations of power, and circumstances relative to the arts, sciences, and social struggles. Rather than narrativize history and culture, the rhizome presents history and culture as a map or wide array of attractions and influences with no specific origin or genesis, for a rhizome has no beginning or end. It is always in the middle, between things, interbeing, intermezzo. The planar movement of the rhizome resists chronology and organization, instead favoring a nomadic system of growth and propagation. In this model, culture spreads like the surface of a body of water, spreading towards available spaces or trickling downwards towards new spaces through fissures and gaps, eroding what is in its way. The surface can be interrupted and moved, but these disturbances leave no trace, as the water is charged with pressure and potential to always seek its equilibrium, and thereby establish smooth space. Principles: Deleuze and Guattari introduce 1,000 Plateaus by outlining the concept of the rhizome, 1 and 2, principles of connection and heterogeneity. Any point of a rhizome can be connected to any other, and must be. 3. Principle of multiplicity, only when the multiple is effectively treated as a substantive multiplicity that it ceases to have any relation to the one. 4. Principle of agignifying rupture, a rhizome may be broken, but it will start up again on one of its old lines, or on new lines. 5 and 6. Principle of cartography and decalcomania, a rhizome is not amenable to any structural or generative model. It is a map and not a tracing. See also. References. Sources: Deleuze, Gilles and Félix Guattari. 1980. 1,000 Plateaus. Trans. Brian Masumi. London and New York, Continuum, 2004. Volume 2 of Capitalism and Schizophrenia, 2 vols. 1972–1980. Trans. Of Mille Plateaux. Paris, Les Editions de Minuit. ISBN 0-8264-7694-5. Guattari, Félix. 1995. Philosophy. Ed. Sylvain Lotringer. Semiotext, E. Foreign Agents Air. New York, Semiotext, E. ISBN 1-57027-019-8. 1996. Soft Subversions. Ed. Sylvain Lotringer. Trans. David L. Sweet and Chet Wiener. Semiotext, E. Foreign Agents Air. New York, Semiotext, E. ISBN 1-57027-030-9. External links: Rhizomes, a Eurocultural Studies online journal. Power of Networks, a Euro or essay animate video on the power of networks by Manuel Lima.